but I'll get to it. So, yeah. We're in chapter 5 now. Alhamdulillah. Bro, where's my bookmark? Okay, there it is. A conspiracy unmasked. Let's just wait for the viewers to pop in. Got my Vaseline. So the stream is a bit earlier nowadays. I have something to attend to tomorrow. A hangout, a brunch with some peers, if you will. People I don't usually hang out with, but they're trying, and it's annoying because some people are not responsive. It's like, yo, you see the messages, you... Anyways, what else? Yeah, so I have a brunch tomorrow. I don't know what time it is. We still haven't even... It's so unorganized. Like, they're not responding at all. Like, we have to wait until they decide what time they... And I feel kind of bad. I'm so responsive. Yo, Goofy Goober, Ashley, welcome back to the stream. How's it going? Or it feels so long. How you been? So, I just want to pop in, say hi, because I gotta go to bed, because I have to get my sleep schedule back together. Same, because I start school in a week. Bro, mine starts day after tomorrow. So, I'm trying to sleep earlier too. That's why I'm not streaming at 2 a.m. Otherwise, because this is early for me. It's probably later for you, though, because you have another time zone. But yeah, have a good time at school next week and sleep well. And Queen, welcome back to the stream. How's it going? Oof, that's sad. What is sad? Oh, my school starting soon? Yeah, it is sad. Honestly, after a long time of summer break, like, your brain resets. It forgets all the pain of last semester. But I'm not so sure this time. I feel like I haven't forgotten all the pain. Like, I'm dreading it more. Hi, Pooks. Yeah, Queen is the ultimate Pooks. So how are you, Queen? What is the drama now at school? Because let me tell you what drama is going on in my life, right? There's this friend. Okay, maybe communication is the key. Maybe I'm the one who's being bad. Because she keeps saying, like, let's hang out. We should make plans. I'm like, what do you mean we? It's supposed to be you because you know me. I'm always free, right? Until school starts. Even if school starts, the first week is just syllabus and that. Like, it's not that bad. We can still hang out, but she doesn't care enough to actually make plans. I'm not saying for her to make plans. I already decided what we should do. It's like we should go on a hike and see some donkeys, like wild donkeys that you could pet. But I don't know if she's up for that. Like, she's not... Which is weird, because she's, like, a fitness junkie, right? But she doesn't want to hike? Like, what? Bro, make it make sense. We don't have to do that. It's my plan. We can do anything. Okay, I gotta go before I get grounded. Okay, love, bye. Bye! See you later, viewer. And... So... We never... hung out, and the only reason why I decided to hang out or like tell her that we should hang out is because I left my purse in her house and I needed it back, but I didn't want to just go there and get it. Like, I don't need it that bad. There's nothing in there. It's probably a couple lipsticks. Bye. But yeah, it's like fine. We don't need it. We don't need to hang out. But I do get salty. That's my downside. I get salty. And I don't even say why I'm salty. I don't even say that I'm salty because I know I shouldn't be salty because the reality is she's busy, she's sleepy, and she's got stuff to do instead of me. But she's so nice and she's actually like, you know what? Yeah, like, we should hang out. Like, that sounds so bad that we didn't get to hang out when we said that we should hang out. But it's just so much drama, man. I feel like if they really cared enough, they wouldn't push me to the side or forget the hangout. You know? But that's just like natural human thinking. Like you have to assume the best and give them a chance and bring it up yourself if it bothers you that much, you know? But I don't want to do that. I don't want to care so much that I'd be like, oh, you never hung out with me. Whatever. Let's just start reading. I feel like today's stream is gonna be a little dead. Because by now, more people join in. But guess not. Okay, the conspiracy unmasked. Now, we had better get home ourselves, said Mary. There's nothing funny about all this, I see. But it must wait till we get in. They turned down the ferry lane, which was straight and well kept and edged with large whitewashed stones. In 100 yards or so, it brought them to the river bank, where there was a broad wooden landing stage. A large flat ferry boat was moored beside it. The white bollards near the water's edge glimmered in the light of 2 lamps on high posts. Behind them, the mists in the flat fields were now above the hedges, but the water before them was dark, with only a few curling wisps like steam among the reeds by the bank. There seemed to be less fog on the further side. Mary led the pony over a gangway on to the ferry, and the others followed. Mary then pushed slowly off with a long pole. The Brandywine flowed slow and broad before them. On the other side, the bank was steep, and up it a winding path climbed from the further landing. Lamps were twinkling there. Behind loomed up the Buck Hill, and out of it, through straight shrouds of mist, shone many round windows, yellow and red. They were the windows of Brandy Hall, the ancient home of the Brandy Bucks. I already read this, but I guess I just reread it. Long ago, Gorhendad Old Buck, head of the Old Buck family, one of the oldest in the Marish or indeed in the Shire, had crossed the river, which was the original boundary of the land eastwards. He built and excavated Brandy Hall, changed his name to Brandy Buck, and settled down to become master of what was virtually a small independent country. His family grew and grew after his days continued to grow until Brandy Hall occupied the whole of the low hill and had 3 large front doors, many side doors, and about 100 windows. The Brandybucks and their numerous dependents then began to burrow, and later to build all round about. That was the origin of Buckland, a thickly inhabited strip between the river and the old forest, a sort of colony from the Shire. Its chief village was Bucklebury, clustering in the banks and slopes behind Brandy Hall. The people in the Marish were friendly with the Bucklanders, and the authority of the master of the hall, as the head of the Brandybuck family was called, was still acknowledged by the farmers between Stock and Rushy. But most of the folk of the old Shire regarded the Bucklanders as peculiar, half foreigners as it were. Though, as a matter of fact, they were not very different from the other hobbits of the 4 farthings. Except in one point, they were fond of boats, and some of them could swim. Their land was originally unprotected from the east, but on that side they had built a hedge, the High Hay. It had been planted many generations ago, and was now thick and tall, for it was constantly tended. It ran all the way from Brandywine Bridge in a big loop curving away from the river to Haysend, where the Withywindle flowed out of the forest into the Brandywine, well over 20 miles from end to end. But of course, it was not a complete protection. The forest grew close to the hedge in many places. The Bucklanders kept their doors locked after dark, and that was not usual in the Shire. So the Shire, they didn't lock after dark. Like they were just safe. They're literally dodo birds. But the Bucklanders, I think that's when that's who like Gollum is from. Yo, my live stream is dead, bro. What happened? The ferry boat moved slowly across the water. The Buckland shore drew nearer. Sam was the only member of the party who had not been over the river before. He had a strange feeling as the slow gurgling steam slipped by. His old life lay behind in the mists. Dark adventure lay in front. He scratched his head, and for a moment had a passing wish that Mr. Frodo could have gone on living quietly at Bag End. The 4 hobbits stepped off the ferry. Mary was tying it up, and Pippin was already leading the pony up the path, when Sam, who had been looking back as if to take farewell of the Shire, said in a hoarse whisper, "Look back, Mr. Frodo. Do you see anything?" On the far stage, under the distant lamps, they could just make out a figure. It looked like a dark black bundle left behind. But as they looked, it seemed to move and sway this way and that, as if searching the ground. It then crawled or went crouching back into the gloom beyond the lamps. "What in the shire is that?" exclaimed Mary. "Something that is following us," said Frodo. "But don't ask any more now. Let's get away at once." They hurried it up the path to the top of the bank, but when they looked back, the far shore was shrouded in mist and nothing could be seen. "Thank goodness you don't keep any boats on the west bank," said Frodo. "Can horses cross the river?" "They can go 10 miles north to Brandywine Bridge, or they might swim," answered Mary. "Though I never heard of any horse swimming the Brandywine. But what have horses to do with it?" "I'll tell you later. Let's get indoors and then we can talk." "All right, you and Pippin know your way, so I'll just ride on and tell Fatty Bulger that you are coming. We'll see about supper and things." "We had our supper early with Farmer Maggot and said Frodo, "but we could do with another." Of course they could do with another. Them hobbits are such big bags. "You shall have it. Give me that basket," said Mary, and rode ahead into the darkness. It was some distance from the Brandywine to Frodo's new house at Crickle Hollow. They passed Buck Hill and Brandy Hall on their left, and on the outskirts of Bucklebury struck. Oh, what is this? Wow. These are all the shreds of the fur of my cats put into a ball. Clearly make yarn out of their fur. Wow. This is so cute. Where's my door dangle? I had a pink, really nice door dangle. Where'd it go? Dang, Lucas is crazy. Of course he's the biggest. He's always there. Assalamu alaikum. Yo, Tofu. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today's stream is a bit dead, I'm not gonna lie. But it's fine. I have to go to sleep anyways. I've been trying to sleep early. I stayed up after Fajr today and yesterday, and I've been dead the whole day. Like, I'm literally dead right now. I should go to sleep right now if I want to get up for Tahajjud or whatever. But I thought I'd read a little bit and then go to sleep. Because sometimes it gets hard to go to sleep. Ooh, almost done with the chapter? No way. Alright, then this should be okay. Actually, no. It just looked like it was little, but it's not. I thought that was Gerald. Nah. These are actually balls of fur. This is Pixie. This is Luca, and that's Yuki. Pixie is great, even though she's not a great cat, because black and white makes great. Give me a sec. Thank you, J King. Welcome to the stream. Sup, Angel? I'm back. Remember me? I see you reading cool. Angel? You might be mistaken. That's not my username. I'm pretty sure there was an Angel that, was somebody with the name Angel who came in the stream before. Pixie one looks good. Yeah, it's the smallest, because she's smaller. She doesn't shed much at all. She's literally the perfect cat. I can't tell you. I can't emphasize how perfect she is. Interested to see you read the entire book, Angel. Bro, don't call me Angel. That's sussy. This is a halal stream, so we keep things zabiha halal. Okay, if you can't act within the Islamic lines of guidelines of modesty in both speech and actions and all that jazz, then feel free to get banned. Thank goodness they don't keep any boats on the west bank, said Frodo. Can horses cross the river? Wait, hold on. It was some distance from the Brandywine to Frodo's new house at Crickle Hall. Wait, did I read this already? They passed Buck Hill and Brandy Hall on their left, and on the outskirts of Bucklebury struck the main road of Buckland that ran south from the bridge. Half a mile northward along this, they came to a lane opening on their right. This they followed for a couple of miles as it climbed up and down into the country. At last they came to a narrow gate in a thick hedge. Nothing could be seen of the house in the dark. It stood back from the lane in the middle of a wide circle of lawn surrounded by a belt of low trees inside the outer edge. Frodo had chosen it because it stood in an out-of-the-way corner of the country, and there were no other dwellings close by. You could get in and out without being noticed. It had been built a long while before by the Brandy Bucks for the use of guests or members of the family that wished to escape from the crowded life of Briny Hall for a time. It was an old-fashioned countrified house, as much like a hobbit hole as possible. It was long and low with no upper story, and it had a roof of turf, round windows, and a large round door. Wow, it's exactly like a hobbit hole. Sussy is a weird word. I've never heard of that. Angel is a term of endearment meant no disrespect, but cool, mate. Okay, but yeah, it's more like something you could tell your mom. She's strictly into religious boundaries. Yeah, Muslim. I'd also like to see you read Harry Potter. Oh yeah, that is pretty similar. I mean, reading the Lord of the Rings kind of reminds me of the Harry Potter series because, you know, it's like fiction, and the movies are classics, same as the Lord of the Rings and stuff. But I've actually never watched the Lord of the Rings. Maybe I did, but I forgot it. She doesn't say that's bad in other terms. Yeah. Frodo knocked on the door, and actually no, wait. As they walked up the green path from the gate, no light was visible. The windows were dark and shuttered. Frodo knocked on the door, and Fatty Boulder opened it. A friendly light streamed out. They slipped in quickly and shut themselves and the light inside. They were in a wide hall with the doors on either side. In front of them, a passage ran back down the middle of the house. "Well, what do you think of it?" asked Mary, coming up the passage. "We have done our best in a short time to make it look like home. After all, Fatty, and I only got here with the last cartload yesterday." Frodo looked round. It did look like home. Many of his own favorite things, or Bilbo's things, they reminded him sharply of him in their new setting, were arranged as nearly as possible as they had been at Bag End. It was a pleasant, comfortable, welcoming place, and he found himself wishing that he had really come here to settle down in a quiet retirement. It seemed unfair to have put his friends to all this trouble, and he wondered again how he was going to break the news to them that he must leave them so soon, indeed at once. Yet that would have to be done that very night before they all went to bed. "It's delightful," he said with an effort. "I hardly feel that I have moved at all." "You can roast her, but do not dare to praise, okay?" Wait, when did I say roasting is allowed? Ayo, who's making the rules here? The travelers hung up their cloaks and piled their packs on the floor. Mary led them down the passage and threw open a door at the far end. Firelight came out and a puff of steam. "A bath!" cried Pippin. "Oh, bless Marietta." "Which order shall we go in?" said Frodo. "Eldest first or quickest first?" "You'll be last either way, you Master Peregrine." "Trust me to arrange things better than that," said Mary. "We can't begin life at Crickle Hollow with a quarrel over baths." Wow. So everybody quarrels over baths. Like us when we get back from the beach. In that room, there are 3 tubs and a copper full of boiling water. There are also towels, mats, and soap. Get inside and be quick. Mary and Fatty went into the kitchen on the other side of the passage and busied themselves with the final preparations for a late supper. Snatches of completing songs came from the bathroom mixed with the sound of splashing and wallowing. The voice of Pippin was suddenly lifted up above the others in one of Bilbo's favorite bath songs. "Sing hey for the bath at close of day that washes the weary mud away. Alone is he that will not sing. Oh, water hot is a noble thing. Oh, sweet is the sound of falling rain and the brook that leaps from hill to plain. But better than rain or rippling streams is water hot that smokes and steams. Oh, water cold we may pour at need down a thirsty throat and be glad indeed. But better is beer, drink we lack, and water hot poured down the back. Oh, water is fair that leaps on high in a fountain white beneath the sky. But never did fountain sound so sweet as splashing hot water with my feet." Wow. Remember that next time you take a shower. There was a terrific splash and shout of "Whoa!" from Frodo. It appeared that a lot of Pippin's bath had imitated a fountain and leaped on high. Mary went to the door. "What about supper and beer in the throat?" he called. Frodo came out drying his hair. "There's so much water in the air that I'm coming into the kitchen to finish," he said. "Lock," said Mary, looking in. The stone floor was swimming. "You ought to mop all that up before you get anything to to eat, Peregrine, he said. Hurry up or we shan't wait for you. Wow, it's like after you make wudu, it's like all the water goes everywhere. That guy gets mad. They had supper in the kitchen on a table near the fire. I suppose you three won't want mushrooms again, said Fredegar, without much hope. Yes, we shall, cried Pippin. They're mine, said Frodo, given to me by Mr. Maggot, a queen among farmers' wives. Mrs. Maggot, a queen among farmers' wives. Take your greedy hands away, and I'll serve them. Hobbits have a passion for mushrooms, surpassing even the greediest likings of big people, a fact which partly explains young Frodo's long expeditions to the renowned fields of the Marish and the wrath of the injured Maggot. On this occasion there was plenty for all, even according to Hobbit standards. There were also many other things to follow, and when they had finished, even Fatty Bulger had heaved a sigh of content. They pushed back the table and drew chairs round the fire. We'll clear up later, said Mary. Now tell me all about it. I guess that you have been waiting and having adventures, which was not quite fair without me. I want a full account, and most of all, I want to know what was the matter with old Maggot and why he spoke to me like that. He sounded almost as if he was scared, if that is possible. We have all been scared, said Pippin after a pause, in which Frodo stared at the fire and did not speak. You would have been too if you had been chased for 2 days by black riders. And what are they? Black figures riding on black horses, answered Pippin. If Frodo won't talk, I will tell you the whole tale from the beginning. He then gave a full account of their journey from the time when they left Hobbiton. Sam gave various supporting nods and exclamations. Frodo remained silent. Can you check my YouTube post? Okay. What book is this? Hello, Leah's mixtape. This is The Fellowship of the Ring. And welcome to the stream. How's it going? Lord of the Rings or something like that. Yeah. And thanks. Alright, what is in your post? Wait, let me open it off camera just because sometimes it's... To who? Which post are we talking about? Whoa, what is that? Did you draw that from scratch, or like did you see it like a post or like a picture that you're trying to copy? What is this? It's so good. Love my bike. Whoa. Dang, you're actually so talented. Bro thought I posted creepy stuff. Is that Target basket? It is, yeah. It's a miniature one though. It's really small. They sold it at Target at one point. And welcome to the stream. Elevator has guide rail 3666. How's it going? You can just call me Leia. Pronounced Leia. And Yusuf. Thank you so much, Leia. But yeah, have you read this book before? There are more, bro. Wait, what? I literally just saw one. I mean, I probably had to like move to the, or like press something. Oh, dang! Wait! Is that Orochimaru? It looks like some kind of samurai. Okay, wow. Very cool. Very interesting. Oh, okay. This is Jujutsu Kaisen, that main guy. I forgot his name. Starts with the I. I never watched Jujutsu Kaisen, by the way, but he was like everybody's profile picture at some point. I saw it from Pinterest and tried. Wow. Bro, even I don't... Whoa, wait, hold on, yo. That's awesome. How'd you do that? Wait, you're actually so artistic. Dang, I love my bike. Like, you wait, did you like copy it or something? Or did you just look at the picture? Hi, yo, Arrow, welcome back to the stream. How's it going? And yeah, it's pretty late. Sorry about the late stream. I mean, I did stream earlier today too, but I might have to stop the late streams. I don't know. But I want to wake up early, like stay up after Fajr, you know? Super cool tofu. I know, right? That's awesome. Yo. But yeah, that's so cool. We still have that Sudoku tab from up earlier. Yeah, it was like colored animated pic from Pinterest. I just sketched in real life. Wow, you just sketched like it sounds so easy the way you put it. Just sketching, but that's so cool. I love it. Tofu, can you drop Kaza from Demon Slayer? I need a wallpaper for my laptop. Wow, can you check my channel? Yeah, sure. I mean, we do have something on the agenda, which is to finish chapter 5, but we can take a little break here and there just to see people's channels and whatnots. So, how's it going? How's your days going? Leia and Elevator has guide rails. So, this is the elevator person's thing. Wait, you don't have anything, bro. Was that a prank? Even the community tabs empty. Will do if you sub this channel and if you come here regularly. Yeah, because his drawing skills are top tier. Like, it's not that cheap that if you just ask, he could give it to you. You gotta do something. I've considered having a YouTube channel, but I have no idea what I even do with it. Yeah, that's so true. Because sometimes you could be passionate about something and, like, post something about it, but it's hard to be consistent if you have to, like, actually edit videos and make time for it. Unless you live stream, which you don't have to edit at all, or like have any storage space issues. It's so easy, and you can just do it every day. And yeah, literally, it's so fun, and it keeps you disciplined. Like, you're not wasting time editing or whatever. Like, you are. I mean, editing does give you more like success rates, but that's not the point. The point is to stay disciplined in doing whatever goals that you want to achieve. So my goals are reading more this year, and I've been keeping up with it. I'm so glad about that. Like, I never read before this year. I'm telling you guys. This is like the second fictional book I'm reading on my own accord. How is your flowers? Oh, dang! Mighty Dan P, welcome back to the stream. And my flowers are doing better today. Yeah, alhamdulillah. I mean, they look kind of still wilted, but I think they'll be fine. Inshallah. I asked ChatGPT too. It's like, is there anything I could do to help them? He's like, nah, it's okay. Like, they'll be fine. It's just transplant shock. My day's been good, and Tofu will do. Really? Thank you so much, and thank you as well, Tofu, for asking. I don't know, putting that. Yeah. I just finished my intro for my gaming channel. Really? Wow! Congratulations. Yo, Unk is live. Yep, Unk is live. That's me, your local Unk. And welcome back to the stream. It's me, Pigeon. How's it going? Probably the one with his wife. Jojo, what happened to Nick? I don't know. What happened to him? He's never here anymore. Bro, is he okay? And welcome back to the stream, Zahab. DSi, DS Lego Lord of the Rings. No, bro. I used to play that on my PS3. We don't have a DSi anymore. Now we have a Switch. Actually, not a Switch. We have an OLED, which is still a Switch, but this is an OLED. But I know you don't like the new consoles. You only like the OG old stuff. I was playing Splatoon earlier. For some reason, YouTube doesn't work here. Guys, I'm a film. Screw the Switch, $80 for a game, no damn themes. And you know what? It doesn't play YouTube. You need an extension pack. Look, it's just gonna keep on doing that. And then you need an extension pack. You have to pay for it. Like even after buying the OLED and a subscription, that's just not enough. You need the expansion pack too. It's insane. And yeah, Splatoon 3 is my favorite game. Well, after Splatoon 2. Did I say Splatoon 2? I mean, Splatoon 3. Why would they remove the fun features the older consoles had? I know, right? But I wonder what this Nintendo 64 is about. Even if I wanted to stream, I don't think I could, since it's... Isn't it that 15 subs are needed to live stream, right? Yeah, but you could get it really easily from, like, shorts and stuff. Did you sub Leia? Well, the 3DS can handle YouTube for free. I mean, the Nintendo Switch could too, but I don't know why mine doesn't work. It's so sad. I used to use YouTube on that. I was gonna watch my own live, but I don't think they show live streams if it's not kids settings on YouTube. That's why most people mod their consoles. Yeah, I've seen those on Facebook Marketplace. What is this? Yo, Hamide? I don't know how to say that. This is Splatoon 3. Which console is this? This is the OLED. Nintendo Switch, but like jacked. It's like much bigger. I'll show you guys what it's like to play a game. I'm on my last life though. Like this is this is ranked and like you need to get 5 wins in a row, and I have and you have 3 chances, but I like lost already. And here comes Yuki. How much? It's pretty expensive. Can I switch Outrun Adventure? I don't know what that is, sorry. Yeah, it's up to her and you, Tofu. Thank you. Jojo, you have Minecraft? I do. I have it on my laptop. I have it on my Switch too, I think. Yeah, I did in my old Switch. Yuki baby, aw. He's not aw, he's so bad. I always know like when he's gonna act bad. Wait, I'm just waiting for the match to start, but we could read in the meantime. You should give him to me. I wish. My family loves him. And the DS could fit in my pocket just fine, like this. This is like a giant iPad. It is. There's no pocket out there that it could fit into. You running Java or Bedrock Minecraft on the Mac? Java. Okay, match started. I'm gonna go to bed, guys. I'll see you if you're live tomorrow. Inshallah, Leia. See you tomorrow. So this is Clam Blitz, okay? My dog needs a cat friend. Yuki's scared of dogs. He growls at them, even though he looks like a dog. Bro, where the clams at though? Give me the clam! Oh my days. Does Java have a mod called Sodium? It boosts performance on the laptops and runs colder. I don't play like that though. I only played it because... only got it because it was a gift actually. My cousin gave it to me. Oh, my cousin gave it. I forgot. She's so sweet. I was like wondering if I like her. But I forgot the kind things she did for me. I died. Lucky and Jojo. Oops. Lock in like in the game or in real life? I do have to lock in either way though. Oh no, they found me out. Oh my tripod's bouncing. They coming. I got it. Yes! Got him. It's so scary, guys. It's so scary. Imagine someone sing the stream and play it and you're reading it. It 20 seconds. They say like this. On swings, bro, it just skips 20 seconds. No, we're winning though. We're winning. After this, I'll read. I gotta read, but like, I wanna play too. Isn't it fun, guys? Don't you wanna buy Splatoon now? They should sponsor me. I'm kidding. I'm using my free trial for the online Nintendo subscription. It's all recording. Don't scream, bro. My neighbors are sound sensitive. Oops, sorry. I can't help it. I scream so much. Wear some earplugs or something. Ooh, wait, hold on. Yes! This is fun, but we aren't playing. Try 6 would play and then see if you have fun. It is! I used to watch my, some Nintendo streamers as well before. If anyone joins the stream and they have this game, like, we could literally play together. Sorry, I can't not scream. Oh, have you ever played BO1? I like Fortnite. Fortnite is overrated, bruv. Try Splatoon, it's so niche. Literally, nobody I know in real life. Sorry, no screaming. As I was saying, nobody I know in real life plays Splatoon except one person who I used to play with. But then we fell out. We had a fallout. Well, I had a fallout because I can't explain it, bro. I thought I was being sneaky. They had that thing on me. Fortnite is garbage stuff. Exactly. This is brain boosting stuff. This is strategy. This is sorry. It's automatic. Jojo trying to have us believe the slime has powers Splatoon. They're not winning. We're too good. We're too OP. Like, who does he think he is? Just moving like oh, what? Okay. They're gonna win, but not because we're gonna win, but not because of. Oh, he literally got it in there. But then the game wrapped up. That's so sad. We're gonna win, but not because of me. 10-year-old kids be making partners in Roblox game. Dude, they be doing that before me. What rank is this? Yo, the Watouche, welcome to the stream. How's it going? This is rank S. I used to be rank X before, but I haven't played in a long time, so they took my rank, which is sad. 7, 10. Oh my days, I'm so bad. Wait, let's see if I could win completely. Let's see if I could get like all the wins. That's the thing. You play once, you can't stop there. Hello, Yentong Wu. How's it going? Welcome. I was not even planning to play the Nintendo Switch for this stream. I was literally reading. Like, look at the new generation, man. They're all distracted. They all have ADHD. It's not like people. They used to say, "Oh, I have ADHD," because it's like attention seeking. But now everybody has it. Literally, you can't stand 30 seconds without like doing something. And do you play Splatoon? What rank are you? Always say booyah. Remember your manners. I can't not scream. I'm sorry, to. Have y'all heard the news of Roblox banning Chris Hansen? No. Sorry, I can't read the whole thing because I'm like. See, I suck. That's my whole name. That's my name. Remember your manners. Exactly. Mama. I'm not a mama. I'm an unk. Get it? Your pronouns right. Why won't you come take a sweet real quick? Do you have any recommended stuff to hear? I ain't reading nothing fully. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness gracious. I literally had him. I had him. Just forcing you to reading. I don't pay attention to that anyway. Okay. That's good news, because y'all don't mind if I play games. But this is the last time I'm playing Splatoon. Like, I'm just here to show y'all what the game's all about. Like, I didn't even talk about DSI before. What's his name? Zahav came. Ah, they're so scary. Oh. Ah. Same with the Donald Morrison, the actor's so stupid. You know, Zahav, I have some advice for you. Seek knowledge, like seek actually not seek knowledge. Do that too, but like seek protection from non-beneficial knowledge. Because the way you were saying the other day, how, you know, the what they do in Sacramento Forest, like, that's not beneficial knowledge at all. Like, that's the type of thing they ask you to seek refuge from. Ooh, we did a wipe. Not we. They did a wipe. Oh, I'm just yapping away. Your voice is like kind of bro-like, which is good. Rare moment, Joy acting like a girl. Rare moment? Wait, how did I act like a girl? Who's your favorite pred? What? What is that short for? I don't even want to know. I'm back. Welcome back, it's Mr. Pigeon. Fave? I just like seeing them get caught and locked away. I know, right? What? Fave is sus. Someone ban him. We're 3 wins in a row. Can y'all believe it? I ain't even paying attention. Ronaldo, I'm like. back to get his blank whooped. Astaghfirullah, no, he's actually a good player. Like, we have to show him the respect. Like, he is the original GOAT. You guys want to see my locker, though? This is my locker. See? There's the Quran up there. I don't know if y'all can see that. We have a Quran, a priority, skateboard. We gotta have our bento and hydrate, pillow, my art supplies, you know, when I'm waiting for the game to start, I have to paint. And, you know, just like some decor, some notes, you know, I'm a very forgetful squid. Some other decor down there, my trophies and all. Deen and Dunya, you know, we gotta balance it out. And my Nintendo Switch, of course. Yeah. It's quite nice, quite nice. Jojo, you should make a Minecraft server for your channel. I'm so done with Minecraft, bro. I spent my whole life on Minecraft. I need something else. Like, it makes me depressed sometimes. Like, after your world just completes, like, oh, what do I do now? I get like an existential crisis. I don't know if anyone else can feel it on Minecraft. Cause they usually play like different modes of Minecraft. Like, I just play survival. That's like all I know. But I'm not good at it though. Like, I used to play like a long time ago. Jojo, I'm not really paying attention to chat, just listening because I'm playing a game. Bro, I'm playing a game too. What game are you playing? I'm always first to die. I'm on the front lines. Joe got a book called You Don't Need a Man. Wait, speaking of You Don't Need a Man, I never finished that one book of, what's the word? Advice. What was that advice book? The Mountain Is You. Oh, my whole team died. And they got tabs on me. Ah, scary. Ooh. Still can't get me to win. No. Oh my goodness gracious. I just started playing it again and so much has changed. Survival 2012 Minecraft is peak. Yeah, that's when I started playing. Actually, no, maybe 2013. Balls made of cat's hair? Yeah, that's what these are. Uh-oh. Here they come. Oh yeah. I don't know why I just noticed, but what's with the mini Target basket, Jojo? Yeah, that's just decor my sister bought in. I don't even know where that came from. Oh man. Hopefully they don't make it. Okay. Well, the story is slop like Fortnite shouldn't exist. Yep. I didn't even have to read the whole thing to like be convinced. Like, I already thought that. No. Ah no, he's gonna get me, he's gonna get me. Oh my golly. Ah man. We lost the lead. I might just lose my rank now. Y'alls. This is bad. I should have been reading this whole time. Aww. Like $80 for new Mario Kart is insane. I just don't know why people would allow Nintendo to overprice their games. What do you mean allow? Nobody allowed them though. Ah. People will buy whatever they want though. Ah, almost had him. I just want saying their studies part in the channel name, and then the first person is a woman in her 50s shouting and playing games. I ain't even reading all that though. This is the first game that I lost this whole time. Shouting and playing games, first impression. Okay, I mean, we were on a streak. I mean, they didn't lose because of me though. Everyone was complaining, but they bought it, and Nintendo is happy with their sales. If they waited until prices could have been lower, then it would have been better. But you know, like the crowd just follows whatever trends there are. Like they'll buy anything. So I keep my rank, but Splatfest coming soon. Okay, modes have changed. We're ending the game here. We're done. We have self-control. So, old cousin Frodo, I should think you're making it all up, said Mary. If I had not seen that black shape on the landing stage and heard the queer sound in Maggot's voice. What do you make of it all, Frodo? Cousin Frodo has been very close, said Pippin. But the time has come for him to open up. So far, we have been given nothing more to go on than Farmer Maggot's guess that it has something to do with old Bilbo's treasure. That was only a guess, said Frodo hastily. Maggot does not know anything. Old Maggot is a shrewd fellow, said Mary. A lot goes on behind his brown face that does not come out in his talk. I've heard that he used to go into the old forest at one time, and he has the reputation of knowing a good many strange things. But you can at least tell us, Frodo, whether you think his guess good, or bad. I think, answered Frodo slowly, that it was a good guess as far as it goes. There is a connection with Bilbo's old adventures, and the writers are looking, or perhaps one ought to say researching, or searching for him or for me. I also fear, if you want to know, that it is no joke at all, and that I'm not safe here or anywhere else. He looked round at the windows and walls, as if he was afraid they would suddenly give way. The others looked at him in silence and exchanged meaning glances among themselves. And you didn't say anything about the recommended stuffs to hear while sketching. Oh, listen to Nasheed's. Since Nintendo was always the affordable option for people, but seems like it locked to the wealthy now. I know, that's so sad. Good thing I'm wealthy. Just kidding. No. It was a gift. Alhamdulillah. Instant lock-in. Yeah, that's just what I'm good at. Like, ever since they allowed to sell the game for $80, from the north, a lot of the titles now. I know, $80 is insane. Like, normally you'd be able to buy at least 2 games with that. And maybe you could, but yeah. It's coming out in a minute, whispered Pippin to Mary. Mary nodded. Well, said Frodo at last, sitting up and straightening his back, as if he had made a decision. I can't keep it dark any longer. I've got something to tell you all, but I don't know quite how to begin. I think I can help you, said Merry quietly, but by telling you some of it myself. What do you mean? Said Frodo, looking at him anxiously. Just this, my dear old Frodo. You are miserable, because you don't know how to say goodbye. You meant to leave the Shire, of course, but danger has come on you sooner than you expected, and now you are making up your mind to go at once, and you don't want to. We are very sorry for you. Frodo opened his mouth and shut it again. His look of surprise was so comical that they laughed. Dear old Frodo, said Pippin, do you really think you had thrown dust in all our eyes? You have not been nearly careful or clever enough for that. You have obviously been planning to go and saying farewell to all your haunts all these years since April. We have constantly heard you muttering, shall I ever look down into that valley again, I wonder? And things like that, and pretending that you had come to the end of your money and actually selling your beloved Bag End to those Sackville Bagginses, and all those close talks with Gandalf. Good heavens, said Frodo. I thought I had been both careful and clever. I don't know what Gandalf would say. Is all the Shire discussing my departure then? Oh no, said Merry. Don't worry about that. The secret won't keep for long, of course, but at present it is, I think, only known to us conspirators. After all, you must remember that we know you well and are often with you. We can usually guess what you are thinking. I knew Bilbo too. To tell you the truth, I have been watching you rather closely ever since you left. I thought you would go after him sooner or later. Indeed, I expected you to go sooner, and lately we have been very anxious. We have been terrified that you might give us the slip and go off suddenly, all on your own like he did. Ever since this spring, we have kept our eyes open and done a good deal of planning on our own account. You are now going to escape so easily. You are not going to escape so easily. But I must go, said Frodo. It cannot be helped, dear friends. It is wretched for us all, but it is no use your trying to keep me. Since you have guessed so much, please help me and do not hinder me. You do not understand, said Pippin. You must go, and therefore we must too. Merry and I are coming with you. Sam is an excellent fellow, and would jump down the dragon's throat to save you if he did not trip over his own feet. But you will need more than one companion in your dangerous adventure. Didn't everyone leave when they saw the Lord of the Rings? I don't know, maybe. I'm just playing a game. Okay, good. My dear and most beloved hobbit, said Frodo, deeply moved. But I could not allow it. I decided that long ago, too. You speak of danger, but you do not understand. This is no treasure hunt. No, there are treasure hunt. No, there are back journey. I'm flying from deadly peril into deadly peril. Of course we understand, said Merry firmly. This is why we have decided to come. We know the ring is no laughing matter, but we're gonna do our best to help you against the enemy. The ring, said Frodo, now completely amazed. Yes, the ring, said Merry. My dear old hobbit, you don't allow for the inquisitiveness of friends. I have known about the existence of the ring for years, before Bilbo went away, in fact, but since he obviously regarded it as secret, I kept the knowledge in my head until we formed our conspiracy. I did not know Bilbo, of course, as well as I know you. I was too young, and he was also more careful, but he was not careful enough. If you want to know more, and if you want to know how I first found out, I'll tell you. Go on, said Frodo faintly. It was the Sackville Bagginses that were his downfall, as you might expect. One day, a year before the party, I happened to be walking along the road, and when I saw Bilbo ahead, I happened to be Bilbo ahead. Suddenly, in the distance, the SBs appeared, coming towards us. Bilbo slowed down, and then, hey, presto, he vanished. I was so startled that I hardly had the wits to hide myself in a more ordinary fashion. But I got through the hedge and walked along the field inside. I was peeping through inside the road after the SBs had passed, and was looking straight at Bilbo when he suddenly reappeared. I caught a glint of gold as he put something back in his trouser pocket. After that, I kept my eyes open. In fact, I confess that I spied. But you must admit that it was very intriguing, and it was only in my teens. I must be the only one in the Shire besides you, Frodo, that has ever seen the old fellow's secret book. You have read his book, cried Frodo. Good heavens above, is nothing safe? Not too safe, I should say, said Merry. but I've only had one rapid glance, and that was difficult to get. He never left the book about. I wonder what became of it. I should like another look. Have you got it, Frodo? No, it was not at Bayent. He must have taken it away. Well, as I was saying, Mary proceeded, I kept my knowledge to myself till this spring when things got serious. Then we formed our conspiracy, and we were serious too, and meant business. We have not been too scrupulous. You are not a very easy nut to crack, and Gandalf is worse. But if you want to introduce to our chief investigator, I can produce him. Where is he? Said Frodo, looking round as if he expected a masked and sinister figure to come out of a cupboard. Step forward, Sam, said Mary, and Sam stood up with a face scarlet up to the ears. Here's our collector of information. And he collected a lot, I can tell you, before he was finally caught. After which, I may say, he seemed to regard himself as on parole and dried up. Sam! Cried Frodo, feeling the amazement could go no further, and quite unable to decide whether he felt angry, amused, relieved, or merely foolish. Yes, sir, said Sam, begging your pardon, sir, but I meant no wrong to you, Mr. Frodo, nor to Mr. Gandalf for that matter. He has some sense, mind you, and when you say go alone, he said no, take someone as you can trust. But it does not seem that I can trust anyone, said Frodo. Sam looked at him unhappily. It all depends on what you want, put in Mary. You can trust us to stick to you through thick and thin to the bitter end, and you can trust us to keep any secret of yours closer than you keep it yourself. But you cannot trust us to let you face trouble alone, and go off without a word. We are your friends, Frodo. Anyway, there it is. We know most of what Gandalf has told you. We know a good deal about the ring. We are horribly afraid, but we are coming with you, or following you like hounds. And after all, sir, added Sam, you did ought to take the elves' advice. Gilder said you should take them as was willing, and you can't deny it. I don't deny it, said Frodo, looking at Sam, who was now grinning. I don't deny it, but I'll never believe you are sleeping again, whether you snore or not. I shall kick you hard to make sure. You are a set of deceitful scoundrels, he said, turning to the others. But bless you, he laughed, getting up and waving his arms. I give in. I'll take Gildor's advice. If the danger were not so dark, I should dance for joy. Even so, I cannot help feeling happy, happier than I have felt that I have felt for a long time. I had dreaded this evening. Wait, I haven't been reading the chat for a while. That was so nice to read. That's why you broke. I'm expensive to have, you know? Sure. Tofu hasn't been in the life for months. True. Including you, idiot. I'm a dad of 4. Welcome back, Richard the Broke Dad. How's it going? Okay, I adopt you, El-Unk. I'm just playing a game. I don't eat those stuff that much, bro. Maybe once a month. McDonald's? I don't see your child anywhere. You're schizophrenic, Richard. But yeah. I can't eat McDonald's even like once a month because there's absolutely nothing halal on the menu. I know where you live, it's halal though, so I don't blame you. Like when I go to Saudi, I always get McDonald's. It's not good. Literally in the Dubai airport, it's literally 600 calories per burger. It's so crazy. Not even 600, it's like 1,000. Stream's buffering. Really? Should I end it? How many pages we got? Woo! We're almost there. 1, 2, 3, 5. I'm gonna read 4 more pages and we're gonna call it a night, inshallah. Good, that's settled. 3 cheers for Captain Frodo and company, they shouted, and they danced round him. Merry and Pippin began a song which they had apparently got ready for the occasion. It was made of the model of the dwarf song that started Bilbo on his journey long ago and went the same tune. Farewell, we call to Hearth and Hall. Though wind may blow and rain may fall, we must away ere break of day. Far over wood and mountain tall, to Rivendell, where elves yet dwell. In glades beneath the misty fell, through moor and waste we ride in haste, and whither then we cannot tell. With foes ahead, behind us dread, beneath the sky shall be our bed, until at last our toil be past, our journey done, our errand sped. We must away, we ride before the break of day. I know the actual song far over the misty mountains. Called. Obviously, I'm not gonna sing in the same tune, but this is like it'll never be as good as the first dwarf. I miss the dwarves, bro. KFC is like kind of spreading to few regions. Oh, I see. I thought it was called BFC. I don't know. I don't know. Just what I thought. But I bet it gives you food poisoning. Very good, said Frodo, but in that case, there are a lot of things to do before we go to bed, under a roof for tonight at any rate. Oh, that was poetry, said Pippin. Do you really mean to start before the break of day? I don't know, answered Frodo. I fear those black riders and I'm sure it is unsafe. I fear those black riders, and I'm sure it is unsafe to stay in one place long, especially in a place to which it is known I was going. Also, Gildor advised me not to wait, but I should very much like to see Gandalf. I could see that even Gildor was disturbed when he heard that Gandalf had never appeared. It really depends on two things. How soon could the riders get to Bucklebury, and how soon could we get off? It will take a good deal of preparation. The answer to the second question, said Mary, is that we could get off in an hour. I've prepared practically everything. There are 5 ponies in a stable across the fields, stored and tackled, are all packed, except for a few extra clothes and the perishable food. It seems to have been a very efficient conspiracy, said Frodo. But what about the Black Riders? Would it be safe to wait one day for Gandalf? That all depends on what you think the riders would do if they found you here, answered Mary. They could have reached here by now, of course, but if they were not stopped at the north gate, where the hedge runs down to the river bank, just this gate, or just this side of the bridge. The gate guards would not let them through by night, though they might break through. Even in the daylight, they would try to keep them out. I think at any rate until they got a message to the master of the hall, for they would not like the look of the riders and would certainly be frightened by them. But of course, Buckland cannot resist a determined attack for long, and it is possible that in the morning, even a black rider that rode up and asked for Mr. Baggins would be let through. It is pretty generally known that you are coming back to live at Crick Hollow. Frodo sat for a while and thought. I've made up my mind, he said finally. I'm starting tomorrow, as soon as it is light. But I'm not going by road. It would be safer to wait here than that. If I go through the north gate, my departure from Buckland will be known at once, instead of being secret for several days at least, as it might be. And what is more, the bridge on the east road near the borders will certainly be watched, whether any rider gets into Buckland or not. We don't know how many there are, but there are at least 2, and possibly more. The only thing to do is to go off in a quiet, unexpected direction. But that can only mean going into the old forest, said Frediger, horrified. You can't be thinking of doing that. It is quite as dangerous as Black Riders. Not quite, said Mary. It sounds very desperate, but I believe Frodo is right. It is the only way of getting off without being followed at once. With luck, we might get a considerable start. But you won't have any luck in the old forest, objected Frediger. No one ever has luck in there. You'll get lost. People don't go in there. Oh, yes, they do, said Mary. The Brandywoods go in occasionally when the fit takes them. We have a private entrance. Frodo went in once, long ago. I've been in several times, usually in daylight, of course, when the trees are sleepy and fairly quiet. Well, do as you think best, said Frediger. I'm more afraid of the old forest than of anything I know about. The stories about it are a nightmare. But my vote hardly counts, as I'm not going on the journey. Still, I'm very glad someone is stopping behind who can tell Gandalf what you have done and when he turns up, as I am sure he will before long. It was no dream for 2 months before that. I'm seeing dreams of 2 days. For 2 days. Dang, what are you dreaming about? If you keep spawns in a minute, I'm shaving my head. Bro, let me get him real quick. Just kidding. I ain't doing that. Bro, is it just you here? Stream's buffering. Dang, I think it's just you. Should I finish the last page? Yeah, I'm gonna just finish the last page. Fond as he was of Frodo, Fatty Bulger had no desire to leave the Shire, nor to see what lay outside it. His family came from the East Farthing, from Budgeford in Bridgefields, in fact, but he had never been over the Brandywine Bridge. His task, according to the original plans of the conspirators, was to stay behind and deal with inquisitive folk, and to keep up as long as possible to pretense that Mr. Baggins was still living at Crick Hollow. He had even brought along some clothes of Frodo's to help him in playing the part. They little thought how dangerous that part might prove. Excellent, said Frodo when he understood the plan. We could not have left any message behind for Gandalf otherwise. I don't know whether these writers can read or not, of course, but I should not have dared to risk a written message in case they got in and searched the house. But if Fatty is willing to hold the fort, and I can be sure of Gandalf knowing the way we have gone, that decides me. I'm going into the Old Forest first thing tomorrow. Well, that's that, said Pippin. On the whole, I would rather have our job than Fatty's, waiting here till Black Riders come. You wait till you are well inside the forest, said Fredegar. You'll wish you were back here with me before this time tomorrow. It's no good arguing about it anymore, said Mary. We have still got to tidy up and put the finishing touches to the packing before we get to bed. I shall call you all before the break of day. When at last he had got to bed, Frodo could not sleep for some time. His legs ached. He was glad that he was riding in the morning. Eventually he fell into a vague dream in which he seemed to be looking out of a high window over a dark sea of tangled trees. Down below, among the roots, there was the sound of creatures crawling and snuffling. He felt sure they would smell him out sooner or later. Then he heard a noise in the distance. At first he thought it was a great wind coming over the leaves of the forest. Then he knew that it was not leaves, but the sound of the sea far off, a sound he had never heard in waking life, though it had often troubled his dreams. Suddenly he found he was out in the open. There were no trees after all. He was on dark heath, and there was a strange salt smell in the air. Looking up, he saw before him a tall white tower standing alone on a high ridge. A great desire came over him to climb the tower and see the sea. He started to struggle up the ridge towards the tower, but suddenly a light came in the sky, and there was a noise of thunder. Wow. Bro, I can't believe people call this book old. I'll always be surprised, because I read that so fast. I even played a game in between, and we finished less than 100 minutes. Older people adopt younger people, bro. I guess mostly. You're older, so I don't know how that's possible, but still. And by the time Jojo does read the chat, I've thought of something to chat about, which takes about 30 minutes or more. JK. Oops. Plus, not like Jojo reads the chat that often. I do read it that like really often, but today I guess I was like kind of busy. No, seriously, the book was so like addicting, you know? May Buddha's teachings bless you guys. Thank you so much, Roporgo. Buddha's teachings are in line with tazkiyah, which is self-purification in the Islamic religion. So even if religions are different, there's gonna be a baseline full of similarities that teach the same principles of kindness and manners and like how to live life in a good way so that you don't get eaten up by your guilt and shame and like your sins and all. Yeah, religion is scarce now more than ever, so I don't care if you follow Buddha, if you follow Christ, if you follow whatever. As long as you're more religious than you are hedonistic or I don't know, whatever, atheist. Even atheists, they follow their own principles. You know, society, being kind. Everybody follows that. I honestly just like everybody, but yeah. Whoever's against Israel, we unite under that. MashaAllah. Wow, look at you, Roporgo. Wow, you got that Muslim lingo. Bro's hand be red all day. Mine? Oh yeah, I guess so. My mom says that too. It's like always warm. Anyways, it's got some game or something that sounds awful. Chris Hansen should check out that game. Because I'm a dad dirt. Why is everyone on about adoption? I don't know. Anyways, so I'm gonna end it here, guys. Take care. Thanks for watching. End it. No? Yeah. Let's do that. And it is console game or what? I'm so confused. I don't know. But yeah, take care, guys. Good night. Sleep well. Arrow. And have a good rest of your day, guys. Whoever's in a different time zone. And